Hi everyone, Vintage Grunge Girl. Welcome to part 2 of restoring the hair on this 1988 Lucky Bell horse, music box horse, which was kind of a knockoff of the Tonka Keepers that were released at the time. Now you can see her mane, her tail, all were in plaits and have been for some years, so it took me quite a bit of time to undo all these. I have sped some of this up 5 times. And then what I do first is I go through with the conditioner. I use Pantene. It is the best for dull hair and trying to get it back silky smooth, and I just brush it out. Do it bit by bit. I'm not going to show you all of it, as you can imagine it's tedious, and some hair loss is normal, so don't worry if that happens. Brush, trying to get it all out, because then what I'm going to do is soak the head in some hot water with Napisan. Because I put so much conditioner in, I do the soaking afterwards so that it does get some of the conditioner out. I let it soak maybe 5 minutes each time, I don't know. And then I'm working on the tail. The tail is quite frizzy and quite faded, and I am going to chop the ends off because they are just a nightmare and a mess, and no amount of brushing or straightening or using boiling water or using a straightener is going to fix that. So I just chop them off, and yep, that's just the easiest thing for me to do. So yep, and then I'm going to cut some more off as well because I just couldn't get the comb through it. And yep, here we go, snip snip. The vintage toy people are gonna hate me again. Anyway, so time to turn this gal over for the other side. I'm trying to get all the stains off her face as well with the Napisan. I find it removes surface dirt really well. Napisan is just Australia's version of OxiClean. So this is the next day after letting her kind of dry overnight, and you can still see there is a little bit of a mark on her nose that might need some sun fading, but I'm never going to do that. I've brushed it out again, and we are going to go in with these curlers. I love the old school curlers. I find them easier to use than perm rods or straws. It's just how I do it. So I've done her head all up like this with a smaller one up the very top. And then we're going to use a nice thick roller for the tail, which is very frizzy, so I don't actually expect this to come out super well, but I can't be bothered straightening it at this stage. So I'm going to show you how I wrap it around to get that spiral curl, just like this. Wrap. The ends are going to be frizzy, and at this stage I'm just willing to live with that because I don't have the time to do any more detail. Then I dip all the hair in boiling water and let it rest, and I'm sorry, you're going to have to go to part 3 for the final finish. Bye!